The left is hypocritical when it comes to numerous issues, including Islam, black-on-black crime, etc. However, the newest victim to it has been Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York. He passed an executive order, or signed an executive order, saying that New York will boycott any companies that boycott Israel. Now, the left's attack was that this specific order was an attack on free speech. Really, was it? Now, this video is not showing my support or the staying against BDS. I personally am against that movement. However, you can have whatever views you can on the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement against Israel. This is not what the video is about. It's about how the left is hypocritical when it comes to such issues. And this issue is about Governor Andrew Cuomo. So first of all, let's examine whether or not this was an attack on free speech. Andrew Cuomo is not stopping anyone from saying anything. In fact, anyone can still boycott Israel. What he just simply said is, if you boycott Israel, we boycott you. Now, if you're someone who's willing to boycott a whole set of companies from a select country, then why is it that it's an attack on a state to boycott you? That in itself seems hypocritical. The second hypocrisy comes from the fact that when Governor Andrew Cuomo said that New York will ban official travel to North Carolina after that transgender bathroom bill, they didn't say jack diddly squat. So the left is very selective. The progressive left, or the authoritarian left, is very selective. Israel, as I've said numerous times, is one of those issues where they are set to such a high standard that they're always a bad guy, and anyone protecting Israel, they're bad guys as well. According to the progressive left, transgender people are an oppressed minority, hence why when there's a bill against them, they have to speak out against it, and when Governor Cuomo does that, they don't care, they support that. But Israel is an oppressive, privileged, terrorist state, so when he lays out his case for Israel, they're against that. We see this when it comes to other issues as well. When it comes to black-on-black crime, over 50% of homicides in the United States are done by black people, and 90% of the victims are other black people. Where's Black Lives Matter when it comes to these black lives? Nowhere. And that's because blacks are an oppressed minority according to progressives. And similarly, we see that when it comes to Islam. The progressives are so for LGBT rights and women's rights. They're against dismantling the patriarchy. But when it comes to the patriarchs in the world, the majority of them are in Islamic countries, and they're deeply rooted in Sharia law. We don't see them criticizing Islam because Muslims are now an oppressed minority. According to them, the privileged oppressors are always the bad guys, and the oppressed minorities, they can't possibly do anything wrong because it's because of the oppressors that they're doing bad stuff. The left needs a pair of balls. At least the PC authoritarian left. They need some consistency. If we go back, at least socialism was consistent, it was principled. But now, the left's only issue seems to be that they hate America, they hate the West, they hate Western values.